So in this video, I'm going to talk about hardiness zones, what they are and what they're not. What is a hardiness zone? Well, hardiness zones were first developed in 1938 by Dr. Donald Wyman. They're a way to try to determine if a plant can survive your average coldest winter days. How do they work? The newest maps are using data collected between 1991 and 2020 from thousands of weather stations all over the country. There are currently 13 hardiness zones representing the average coldest winter days. These zones are split by 10 degrees Fahrenheit and then split again into A and B zones every 5 degrees. So zone 8 is 10 degrees warmer than zone 7 for its average coldest winter day. Zone 8A is 5 degrees colder on its average coldest winter day than zone 8B. What the maps don't tell us is how many of those cold days there's going to be. I'll give you an example here. I'm in 8B Western Washington, 8B Central, there's also 8B Central Texas. That simply means that our average coldest days are similar. What it doesn't tell you is how many of those cold days there's going to be. Central Texas is going to have less cold weather than Western Washington is. The other problem is it doesn't tell you how quickly they warm up during the spring and how hot the summers are going to get. Central Texas warms up much quicker than Western Washington does, and the summers get much hotter. In fact, interesting, here in Washington State, Zone 6 is our hottest and our coldest part of the state. That's in Eastern Washington. And Zone 7, although we have a warmer winter, we don't get as hot. The other thing that's very interesting I found while researching this was the zones, according to some studies, are moving 13 miles north every 10 years. So what should we be talking about? It's actually better to know your first and last average frost date and then follow the instructions on the seed packet. In this video, what I'm going to try to do is I've taken the zones, split them off, laid them over a map that is the average temperature for the month, and you can kind of get a feel for when your area starts to warm up and when it starts to cool down and stuff visually according to zone. And then I've provided a seed starting schedule that's very generalized based on the zone. So let's get started with the video. If you get something out of it, like, share, and subscribe. Zone 7. Zone 7 has a longer grow season. It has a first frost date of October 29th and a last frost date around April 30th. This zone has a minimum winter temperatures between 0 and 10 degrees Fahrenheit. January 15th through the 31st, you can start onions, leeks, celery, and herbs 8 to 10 weeks before the last frost. First part of February, you can start tomatoes, peppers, eggplants. The second part of February, you can start seeds for broccoli, cauliflower, kale, salad. Zone 8. Zone 8 is coast to coast. It only can be accurately navigated with zip code. Zone 8 has an average first frost date around November 7th and an average Last frost date around March 28th. Minimum low winter temperatures between 10 and 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Start seeds indoors mid-January for onions, leeks, and celery. First part of February, start tomatoes, peppers, eggplants indoors. The second part of February, you can start broccoli, cauliflower, kale, lettuce. Zone 9, it only can be accurately navigated with zip code. It has the average lowest temperatures are between 20 and 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It has an average first frost date around November 28th and an average last frost date around February 28th. You can pretty much start seeds year-round. October through November, you can start seeds for tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, onions, leeks, celery. Summer, direct sow seeds for corn, okra, pumpkins, southern peas, and hot peppers. Zones 10, 11, 12, and 13. Of those, only zone 10 even has a chance of a frost between December 15th and January 15th. You can pretty much start seeds year-round. October through November, you can start seeds for tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, onions, leeks, celery. Spring, February to March, direct sow seeds such as corn, radish, lettuce, green beans. Summer, direct sow seeds for corn, okra, pumpkins, southern peas, and hot pepper. If you go to the Farmer's Almanac website and type in your zip code or the closest large town, you'll actually get a better feel of when you should be starting your seeds and getting them outside.